Brandon, you invited me to your house if I'm looking at the bloodstained note you slipped me, when the clock strikes thrice and the crows caw for vice. I'm here. It's dark. I'm wet. There's blood. The blood from the notes all over the place. Oh, no, wait. I was eating a burger and there's ketchup everywhere. What have you summoned me here for?
A blood sacrifice ritual. Is that okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no, I left my ceremonial dagger at home.
Oh shit. Oh, you definitely do need that. So if you could go grab that.
Okay. Can we like do this at the next harvest moon instead?
Yeah, that's not important.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I could go home right now, I guess. It's just like, it'll take like 30 minutes there or 30 minutes back, and I got a Kit Kat.
Right, yeah, and there's probably traffic. So, yeah, you want to like...
Yeah, when the clock strikes thrice, that's when rush hour picks up. Or, well, I'm here, I guess. I have this thing that I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, like, hey, how's Connor feeling right now? How's he feeling?
I mean, I think he's a little feeling a little anxious, feeling a little panicky. I think he understands that he doesn't have the most bombastic powers, the most like useful is the wrong word, but the most like situational helpful powers in the world. And so, he was making himself useful by being him. But if someone else can be him, what the fuck is he supposed to be doing?
Yeah. I mean, that's hard. And so, maybe a girl who was making fun of you and your friends liking, and other people learning to have communication skills, and everything going on with your aunt. There's just, I don't know. I'm just like pulling this out of nowhere. Like that might, feel pretty bad.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. It's a little anxiety inducing, if you will.
Nice. Just two guys talking about a different fictional guy's feelings. Well, I guess here's my question. Where does Connor go when he wants to kind of be alone? I feel like, from what I remember from, summer camp in college, like being in the dorms, you can't really be alone. Is there somewhere on campus where you can be alone, or do you leave campus and kind of just get away from all the super powered, like, I guess you can't stop being Connor because everyone can see your guts. But like, where do you go? Yeah, where do you go to get away from it all? Good
question. I think, well, first of all, he goes back to his dorm because he needs to put on his, his middle school era safety Jinko jeans and mascara. Because, he needs to retreat back into himself.
See, I thought you were like, oh, Connor has Jinko jeans and a giant sweatshirt so that he can hide himself. But you're like, no, I'm just going to go be emo. I'm just going to be emo.
He needs to be emo, yeah.
He can be both. I guess it's both. Jinko jeans, both good at hiding yourself when you are a regular high schooler and also a transformed, freakish high schooler.
I mean, isn't being emo just hiding yourself away, Eric, anyway?
Yes. Sorry, a song where the chorus is "I'm not okay" over and over again. Is that not? That's not what it is. Am I more than you bargained for yet, Brandon? Just trying to be the friction in your jeans.
Too far. Don't be the friction in my jeans.
Talk to Patrick Stump about that. That's not me.
I think there's a couple places he likes to go. One of them would be his favorite teacher's office, if it's not a big deal, which would be English Lit.
Sure.
But I think it's too much of he doesn't even want to see the teacher, the professor at this point.
Yeah. Ms. Biblioteca has been sick all week, unfortunately.
Miss Donde está la biblioteca?
I mean, that's her, yeah. Donatella Biblioteca, yeah.
So one place that he goes to hide himself away within other people is the bowling alley, which is the newly constructed offshoot of Astros from Lake Town City.
Oh, Astros. Wow, Astros came out to the suburbs. Good for them.
Yeah, but even that right now is just too many people. So
sure.
I think he's going to go hang out at the aquarium in the off hours. Just spend some time with some fish, aquatic vertebrates, aquatic mammals.
I like
Tell
that.
them his sorrows.
Nice. How big is the Jupiter Aquarium? I can't tell if it's like this is the equivalent of going to a medium small airport where it's like it does international flights, but it definitely is not a Delta hub. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Or is it like, oh, this aquarium is much better than you'd think it would be?
I think their slogan is an aquarium as big as Jupiter. But it's just like a small to medium sized aquarium.
The Jupiter Astrophysics Society says there's no water on Jupiter. This doesn't really make any sense. They're like nailing plaques to the front of the aquarium. God, I love that. Yeah, Connor, you're walking around the aquarium. Yeah, I feel like. Do you remember the music for Dire Dire Docks in Mario 64? Or does think of quintessential N64 water music where it's like do 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 do,
yes,
boo do do do, boo do do do, bloop bloop bloop. Everything just like has a blue shimmer around, and I think that maybe the blue shimmer it does the same with your transparent skin. I like that. Yeah, I think that I'm envisioning like a spot in the main area of the aquarium where you're under the water, so it's all this diffuse light. Everything is like dark and blue. And you see all these different fish swimming by. There's a turtle called Extroverted George. He's the opposite of Lonesome George. He's very extroverted. There's like a few sharks, bobbing by, and you can you're just like surrounded on all sides, I think, by this like blue light, this aquarium vibe. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of just watching all this fish go by, and kind of this like. I'm envisioning the floor. This is like floor to ceiling aquarium. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you see your reflection kind of diffuse with all the fish. And that's when you see two figures in dark suits who come up behind you.
Oh. And the reflection, they emerge out of my Jinko jeans.
Yeah. They all of a sudden they like step out. Both figures kind of step out from behind you. And one of them says, "Are you Connor Lyons?" It's hard to get a bead on the humanity in there. Both figures' hands are gloved, and they have this mask on that replicates a face with like a digital smile with a digital face. It's God. It moves and changes like a DJ. It's like they have this Daft Punk style mask on, but it keeps this, drawn on face. So it's like a digital Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, God.
It keeps the eyes and the mouth that moves along with them speaking. One of them has this green light bright array, and the other one has this red array. The one with the green says, "Are you Connor Lyons?"
Connor slowly turns around, looks at them both, and says, "Connor Lyons is dead. Can't come to the phone right now."
I can imagine even with you sitting on a bench, you're like eye level with them. The one with the red face says, "We'll ask you again. Are you Connor Lyons?"
Okay, it seems like this is serious. So, who are you? And maybe not. Depends on who's asking.
"We're friends of your aunt's. There's nothing to be worried about. It's not so serious if you can tell us what's going on."
Well, recently I was doing some superheroing stuff with my team, and Kraft, she's normally a burnout, but she sort of took charge and took over and made everything good, and I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing in my role on that point, and so it really made me sort of anxious and depressed and panicking about what I would do. But so I went home and put on my safety Jinkos, and I've been listening to some emo music and watching some fish to sort of process the emotions. So is that what you meant?
Partially, yes. You're talking about Shelley Kraft, daughter of Dr. Prometheus?
Depends on who's asking.
I'm asking. I'm Snapdragon. This is Honeycrisp.
Oh.
We're from Heroes for Hire.
Oh.
Have you been getting our letters?
What letters? I heard all those letters burned away for eternity and no one ever heard of them again.
Well, I guess our system must be faulty because we have been sending them, and it's been said that you've been receiving them. We're just here to ask you a few questions about what happened with the preteen who turns into a jaguar warrior.
Oh, I mean, okay. Are you gonna help her, or are you like trying to capture her?
Of course we're going to help her. We're just trying to figure out what happened and why you were there with the ooze.
I mean, the ooze was sort of an accidental byproduct, sort of. We had an assignment from Dr. Ram. I don't know if you know Dr. Ram. But Moonboot, remember?
I don't.
What, from a while ago?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you must be pretty young. So, yeah. So we had an assignment that we were supposed to like interview a villain, and so we went and tried to talk to the ooze, but the ooze was out at the girl's house. So that was sort of like a spiral of events, you know?
Sure. Honeycrisp, you're taking this down? And the one with the red face is like just kind of like typing in the air with one hand and be like, yeah, no, I got it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think the thing that's confusing me as Honeycrisp kind of leans down next to your face is how you were there at the same time as a top secret confidential stakeout, I guess, was happening at the same time. Now, doesn't that seem like a coincidence? A real coincidence. Whoa, Honeycrisp, let's give the kids some space. Hey, take a lap. Go look at the turtles.
Okay, I'll go look at the turtles.
No, you stay here, Honeycrisp. Okay. You take a photo. Go look at the turtle. Hey, whoa, Honeycrisp, really flies out the handle there. And, you're just a kid. You don't know. So if you just... But, I am interested is how did you know to be there?
Lucky guess?
I'll give you another chance to answer that question. Why were you there? Or maybe Honeycrisp is going to ask you in a tougher way.
Connor is, with his left hand, he pulls out his flip phone and is T9 texting Anita SOS and sending the text. As you do, if you were our age in middle school with your flip phone and T9 underneath your desk.
Yeah, mom, come get me. They're being really mean. Where are you looking right now?
At their face.
You're looking right at their face?
Yeah. Because I don't know about you, Eric, but I could text without looking at middle school with the T9,
It's fine. Maybe you just didn't remember. This is kind of a strange situation to be here. I mean, we could always talk. We could talk somewhere else. You could just come with us and...
Oh, that's okay.
We'll figure the whole thing out.
No, I mean, that's fine. I've always been told not to go to a second location by Dr. Ram. So, I mean, do you work at Heroes for Hire?
We do.
Do you have like an ID badge that I could...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me go get it. Hey, Honeycrisp, watch the kid. I left it in my jacket over there. Stay here. And Honeycrisp comes back around the corner. They're like, this turtle's really soothing. And that's when Snapdragon kind of like sees Honeycrisp and then walks away. And there's a moment when they're both far enough away from each other that you have a moment to do something. What do you do?
I think Connor is going to jump at the aquarium glass, transmute his flesh into a puddle, seep through the cracks, turn into the shape of a fish, swim the fuck away, seep back out the cracks on the other side, and run.
Hell yeah, dude. God, that's sick as hell. God, the nastiest fish for a second. Like, I'm just seeing each panel in a row of you, like, throwing yourself against the glass. Then the next one is turning into a puddle. Then the next one is being the weirdest looking fish possible. Swimming through, then slurping out. And then, the last panel is Connor booking it out of the Jupiter Aquarium.
Super friends! You want to get good together? You want to skip math together?
Folks, I have bad news. We're getting to that part in the semester.
No.
Where it's midterms.
I hate midterms.
Guys, it's midterms.
I don't think so, actually.
I know, and I'm sorry to tell you it's midterms.
But it's like barely October, and then we're going to have Thanksgiving break, and that's going to be finals.
Yeah, that's why it's midterms. Midterms come sooner than you think it does.
Time is bad.
Time bad. Did you guys know it's June?
Yeah, right.
Happy Pride!
The only time a Meadows ever clipped in this entire show.
You're right. I clips there.
Unfortunately, it's midterms, and the big bad is the wizard that makes all of you age and makes all of us age. It's time. Time is the big bad of this campaign.
Time Shark! Oh. I was going to ask if it was the mad administrator. Is he the bad guy?
No, he just said magistrating.
Oh.
That can only be a good thing.
How many wizards do we have on campus?
It's a good question. Currently?
Apparently it's more than one.
Like on staff, always on campus?
Well, not necessarily on payroll, but on campus, on staff.
Yeah, they can be a 1099 wizard. They can be a W-2 wizard. Any like employment status of wizard, we can count for these purposes.
I'm talking about the presence of wizards on this campus.
Okay. I'll have to get back to you after a full accounting of all of the wizards on campus.
I want one of those Jurassic Park style things where it tracks the amount of wizards that are on the campus.
You want to put wizards in a cage?
The problem is you don't know to count above the number of wizards that you think there are, and therefore there's like double the amount of wizards that there should be.
Wait, what?
That was a plot point in the Jurassic Park book.
The plot is Jurassic Park. They didn't know to count higher than they would have counted.
Yes, because in the book, Brandon, and in the movie, they're all bred to be females, so they don't think that there would be any more in the wild. And then they find out that they're breeding in the wild, and then there's way more dinosaurs than they thought there were.
I thought you meant they were just like 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit, we should have counted to 7.
Dono DNA.
No. I know a lot about the Jurassic Park movies. Anyway.
Apparently. A special thanks to our guest character, Michael Crichton, who's going to be on the podcast today.
Ugh, I wish.
Also a doctor. Also made the TV show ER. Did you guys know that?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm learning so much. And none of it's on the midterm.
I loved it when Noah Wiley said, Dino DNA.
Would he, though? Is he on Cameo? Someone give me a cameo of Noah Wiley saying Dino DNA.
Brandon's Googling. Brandon's Googling.
Oh, I don't think he is on Cameo.
Fuck.
Folks, it's midterms. I'm so sorry. Time moves forward like water rushing through a stream. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just midterms. Luckily, you only have to take one midterm. That's the thing about the school. When Wordsmith stepped in as principal, he made some sweeping educational reforms, one of which it's now a crime to say praxis, or at least for him to say praxis, because the last time he said praxis, the X was so sharp, it cut a bunch of lunch tables in half.
Now, this is really great world building, Eric, but I did just finish editing the episode in which he did say praxis very loud.
Oh, yeah. Well,
shit. Fuck.
That's for me. That's an Eric joke. Eric loves words like praxis. But luckily, he made some sweeping pedagogical reforms, one of which is that you only have to do one midterm. Now, some students might argue that taking only one midterm is actually more stressful.
Bummer.
But that's what happens when you make sweeping educational reforms. Unfortunately, the midterm that everyone has to take, regardless of what grade you are, 9 through 12, the lowliest, tiniest freshman to our oldest, most checked out senior, I'm not looking at graph.
So, Frog to Frog.
Is, of course, the Power Apex Workshop with Coach Bonemin.
Coach Bonemin?
God, with Coach Bonemin.
Now, is it a game within the freshmen or maybe even seniors who can say, Mr. Bonemin the fastest and loudest without him noticing?
First of all, Brandon, it's Coach. Second of all, Coach Bonemin. And third of all, you don't mess with a woman who's mostly skeleton.
Right.
I can change her skeleton into various different animals and creatures from that skeleton with her Dino DNA.
I mean, I think that is probably true from your narc perspective, but I would guess that someone has said, "Excuse me, I have a question, Mr. Bonemin."
And then lording over this stupid pimply sophomore is a giant bone spider.
But actually, Coach, a spider, like all of it is bones because the outside of it is chitin, which is like the bones of insects.
And then the teacher eats 2 students.
It's said that those sophomores don't go to this school anymore.
That's fair.
Weird.
They
And
disappeared.
they just kind of disappeared.
Scary stories to tell in homeroom.
Because when it's Power Apex Workshop and how much it gets factored into the reviews from Coach Bonemin get factored into your rankings, and the fact that her face is inscrutable due to, the lack of face.
The bones. Yeah.
You might want to tread more carefully.
Okay.
Fair.
To that
Fair enough.
sophomore who learned the wrong way.
Consider me treaded carefully.
So, midterms are coming up. You got to prepare. The Power Apex Workshop is in the big gym. That's Coach Bonemin's domain. The big gym, although that there are hologram rooms and danger rooms, and you can play badminton in the auxiliary gym, the main gym has physical obstacles. Lots of pulling of levers, turning of heavy wheels, setting up of springs. Because the point of Power Apex Workshop is to show Coach Bonemin what you can do. And unfortunately, it's tough as your class waits patiently for the sophomores to be finished, and 4 sophomores run out crying or hurling, both at the same time.
Oh, that's impressive, honestly.
I remember that when that was me.
Brandon, can you make it sound like that 4 of them are doing that, but in different places?
You have to give me 4 different takes.
Hey, I'm sad, but it's my fault. The quiet dignity of silent crying, but loud vomiting.
Respect.
That's the name of my autobiography.
Yep. So it's time to get on in there. Get into Power Apex Workshop.
Woo.
Whee!
I think as we're standing in the hallway, Rowan kind of looks around, tries to scope out how other teams are thinking and feeling about doing the midterm. But she's again going to sort of gesture for Kraft and Connor to get close. And with their Kraft and Connor basically fully bent over, Rowan standing on tippy toes, they have a little discussion where I think Rowan is going to say listen, no one else has done real fighting like we have done real fighting. We are incredibly well prepared for this. I believe in us. We're going to be great. And if it comes to it, I am just going to let you know who take the wheel, and we are just going to kill this midterm, okay?
You look up and realize that you ushered who you thought was Connor over, but it was actually Frog.
Bro, what the fuck?
Because Connor's not in the hallway. He is in the gym in the back corner wearing black Jinko jeans and
big hoodie
and eyeliner. And that kid in the gym class where you just sit in the back corner being lonesome? That's Connor right now. And Frog goes, bleh.
Frog, get out of here.
Sorry, Frog. You're obviously not invited to our team huddle.
We didn't mean you.
Ribbit. You know this is an individual exercise, right?
He speaks.
No, I didn't. How do you know? What's on the test?
You just get kind of pushed to your limit.
Fun.
Cool. Thank you for the info. Go join the rest of your cool freak squad friends. Tell Glimmer we say hey.
Yeah.
I will.
We better find Connor. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah. Kraft pokes her head into the gym and is like, Connor!
Inside, Coach Bonemin is resetting everything. Coach Bonemin always wears a matching sweatsuit. I think maybe to detract the fact that she's a skeleton.
That's fair.
So she's resetting. She's winding things up. She's setting up traps. There's one of those I associate with, feudal Japan shoot 20 arrows at the same time mechanisms.
Okay.
There's a World War I style machine gun set up somewhere. And she's resetting it methodically and slowly.
Connor!
Come here.
Connor's not here.
Connor, I can literally see you. You're in more clothes than usual.
Don't make me float you over. We know it messes with your organs.
You can't float me over.
Hey.
You won't do it.
Hey.
Rowan, do it.
Rowan extends one finger and does a little come hither gesture, and Connor starts sliding along the floor.
Okay, I'm coming. And Connor walks down the bleachers over to them.
You know, it's harder to move invisible objects.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You can't see the outsides.
Huh.
Duh.
Weird.
Coach Bonemin is like pulling a rope slowly and methodically back and just kind of like nudges Connor out of the way as he glides past her.
All right, Connor, what's up? What's with the... I haven't seen this since your 8th grade yearbook photos. What's going on here?
Nothing. I'm just in my safety jeans. Janko
No,
jeans.
you're being weird.
You're being weird.
No.
When I was weird, I had another sort of entity like come up and like be in my head, and I made it maybe like 6 minutes max before telling you guys about it. So I think that is a good example as to like what you should be doing here vis-a-vis disclosure.
Yeah, you've been weird since the Wizard Tower. What's going on?
Nothing. It's not like you care anymore, you know?
We literally are trying to talk to you about it, so it's clearly we care, my guy.
In fact, we don't care that another team tried to recruit you and you didn't tell us about it because I trust...
Well, maybe I should just join another team then.
No, because
Rowan?
I trust that if you actually wanted to, you woulda, but you didn't because you don't.
We're being the ones cool and normal about this. You're making it weird.
Julie, are you telling me that the half-transparent kid in giant Jigo jeans is the weird one?
Yeah, I'm saying you're making it weird, bruh.
Connor, you are a part of our team. We wouldn't be a team
You're
without
literally
you.
our team
And
captain.
we need you to come through today because it's our midterm, and I really want to make sure you succeed.
And I want Emily Slaughter to suck it.
Can I try to shift Connor's labels?
Oh.
You know what you can do?
Can I pierce the mask?
You can...
Comfort or support.
Oh, I can comfort or support.
Or provoke. Or directly engage my threat.
Those are so many of the moves.
What's your threat, Connor, huh? Huh, bitch?
I think what you definitely can do is provoke someone. You're trying to get someone... When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do.
All right, let's do it. I want Connor to be completely honest with Rowan and Kraft about what is going on with him so that we can talk through it and be as strong as possible individually and as a team for this midterm.
Nice. All right, well, let's roll plus superior and see if Connor takes a bait. Remember, we're rolling to see what if you have carrot or stick to offer Connor, and depending on if you do, Connor can take or not take them.
All right, well, I have +1 to superior right now. And I rolled an 8, so that is a 9.
Ooh.
It's a 9. We are starting a new session, so you do start with 1. So you, if Kraft wants to help, you can immediately get that to a 10.
Let's do it because then all good things happen, right?
Well, the good option and the bad option both are reinforced. Yes.
Let's do that then.
Got it.
I think Kraft's like, come on, Connor. Let's figure this out.
Incredible. All right, bang on a 10. Connor, it is your choice. If you open up to your friends, you get to add a team to the pool. And if you don't, you mark a condition.
Now, one option is straightforwardly good and one is straightforwardly bad. But this is Brandon we're talking about. So it is possible that he does whatever.
Brandon will Brandon. We all know that Brandon will Brandon.
Here's the thing, is that it's more interesting to do the bad option.
Brandon, here for the story, Grugle.
Brandon, let me take a condition before I have to take my midterm. Grugle.
I think I'm gonna mark a condition.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'll let you choose.
Oh, Brandon.
I think he's feeling guilty about this, obviously. He's very conflicted. He's feeling guilty that he's not talking to his friends, but he also doesn't want to talk to his friends.
Okay.
That's fair.
Connor looks up as both his friends and says, like, you guys just don't get it.
Well, we can't get it if you don't talk to us about
Let's
it,
just
my
go
guy.
fucking do this thing, okay? It's individual anyway. Right, Frog?
But we're friends, and we support each other, Connor. Kraft puts a hand on Connor's shoulder and says, I support you, Connor.
Nothing will ever make me not support you, Connor.
And Connor, like, gets, like, slightly crushed down under Kraft's strength.
Sorry, I'm keeping frogs in my head. I fucking love that guy. Whatever, man. Don't open up to your friends. Whatever.
I thought we were cool, Frog. What the fuck?
We're cool, but I need to beat you. I'm gonna beat you in the rankings.
Okay.
I'm going to a good college.
You're a frog.
I'm getting full ride to Frog State.
Cool. Everyone gets a full ride there.
All you have to do is be a frog.
What is this, Texas Tech?
Amphibian A&M.
That's what the A is for. Shit.
Amphibian and military. Standing outside, kind of puttering around, switching into their gym clothes, switching into like their school powering uniforms. It's all lots of members from the senior class are here. It's kind of like it goes in two waves. Just get evaluated by Coach Bonemin, and everyone is just kind of on edge watching Coach Bonemin set up the main gym. Wraith has been hanging out in her ghost form since you walked in, just kind of like floating up and then floating down and floating up and floating down, like a Halloween decoration being placed and then taken away.
That's very soothing to watch. Wait, Wraith, thank you very much.
It doesn't. This is how I release my stress.
Sick.
In my head, she looks exactly like the ghost of Christmas.
Yes.
Future,
yeah.
The young lady, the young girl.
Oh, I was thinking about the ghost of Christmas Future, who's like just Ring Wraith,
No, not Ring Wraith.
Now listen, Brandon watched the Muppet Christmas Carol, and he will not be corrected.
Yes, it is the Ghost of Christmas Past from Muppets Christmas Carol. That like creepy young girl with the piercing blue eyes.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I imagined.
I like, but in my head, there's like that inside of like a Ring Wraith.
Right, exactly.
Like her face is in there, but she's like retreated in there.
I just picture Zendaya, but then inside a.
I like that. No, that's good.
That's
I
so
really
funny.
I like that.
I pictured the Grim Reaper, but dressed as Guy Fieri, and I don't know why. That's genuinely what I've been picturing the entire time.
Is that why you like Wraith so much?
I do.
Interesting.
Team Cast and the other cybernetic and robotic classmates have been updating in the corner where you get the closest where you can get the best Wi-Fi.
Sure. And then where's fucking Powers?
Oh, he's been sitting next to Connor on the bleachers, just hanging out. Be like, sup?
Connor, you're just hanging out with Powers now?
Hanging out with fucking Rick is better than talking to your teammates?
No, I don't know why he sat next to me.
Okay.
I don't know what he's doing.
Good, because that'll be a real cause for concern.
Oh, hey guys, just hanging out. What up? He like raises a hand and it's like a big lion's paw.
Hi. Is that because my last name is Lyons?
What? Sorry, I had my AirPods in. What?
What's your hype up song, Rick?
Oh, I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm listening to the Da Vinci Code.
What is wrong with you?
Do you know all of this about Catholicism?
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
God.
It's so much better than the movie.
I need to go first.
What? Sorry, hold on. I have to turn it off. Dan Brown
Coach.
did his own audiobook. He's not very good at it.
Coach.
That's crazy.
I am currently setting up. We will be ready in 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay.
Please, Rowan. This takes time.
Crafts, you got something to help me chill out?
Yeah. What do you want? We got bud. We got gummies. I got tincture.
Maybe encouraging words?
Oh. Yes. And then Kraft puts both hands on Rowan's shoulders, squats down to their eye level, and says, "You contain the power of the universe inside you."
That's kind of really the problem. You're really not helping. You're making it a little bit worse.
Hold on. Let me finish my statement. And you are so in control that the universe bends to what you need and what you desire. And everyone else in the world wishes that was literally true for them. And it is literally true for you, Rowan. And you got this. This is just a fucking midterm.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you want to roll to comfort or support? You want that?
Sure.
You want that shit?
Oh, Joey, that was so good.
I'd love that.
I'll take a tincture.
What is that? Mundane?
Mundane. Like a person.
Oh, my mundane's to 0. That's good.
Nice.
That is a 7.
Pretty good. That's a hit.
+1.
They hear you. Mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
You want one of those conditions cleared, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm both angry and hopeless.
Oh, well, definitely get rid of hopeless. You're probably going to have to unleash your powers somewhere in here.
Thank you.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda. This mid-roll is brought to you by a fan blowing on your face just when you need it. I'm so sweaty. Thank you and welcome to Ryden, Justin, and Caroline, our newest paying supporters on Patreon. I have a feeling that our unhinged dive into the true crime podcast game is what brought you there, and I'm so glad it did, because I had so much fun recording that. We had so much fun editing it, and I really, really hope that you patrons enjoyed, according to our incredible patron-only Discord. You did, but, let me know. If you want to join the crew with ad-free episodes, the bi-weekly party planning podcast, and more, join us at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. If you like Join the Party, you are going to love the other stuff we have cooking up at the Multitude Podcast Collective. Spirits is the history and comedy podcast that I've been running with Julia for 9 years now. We focus on everything related to folklore, mythology, and the occult, told through our perspectives, which is one of feminism, queerness, and being adults in this moment right now. I've gone on a full journey to anti-capitalism on that podcast and recently got to interview a Marxist scholar who I'm a huge fan of, Jathan Sadowski. So go on over and check out Spirits. If you're asking yourself, what does mythology have to do with capitalism? Girl, just wait. You're going to love it. Go to spiritspodcast.com or search for Spirits wherever you download your podcasts. We are sponsored this week by bookshop.org, which is a fantastic place where you can buy books online while supporting indie bookstores near you. Now, I know that it's not always easy to just be like, shop indie, la la la, because you might not have an independent bookstore near you. Might be a long drive away, might not be accessible. Maybe they don't stock every single thing you want, or you need something quickly for a school or for a book club. I totally get it. That's why I am so grateful that a bunch of people from the publishing and literary world got together to make bookshop.org, which is a certified B Corp. It is climate certified. It is so good, and it raises money for independent bookstores with every single purchase. You just go to bookshop.org, you type in the title that you want, you order it. I have never once tried to order a book and bookshop.org didn't have it. Okay, they have everything. They send it to your house, often via an independent bookstore closest to you. Amazing. How cool is that? I've reserved signed copies of books via bookshop.org that I picked up from a local bookstore, and I've had gifts shipped to people via local bookstores near them. It's amazing. And they have very, very kindly given us a promo code to give you 10% off your purchase at bookshop.org and also kick a little bit of money back toward Join the Party. So go to bookshop.org and the code, I bet you can guess it, it's Join the Party, okay? That's bookshop.org. Use code Join the Party for 10% off your order. And now, let's get back to the show.
All around you, all the students, half of the senior class, are buzzing with activity. There's like a student that shoots flames and a student that shoot ice are just standing outside of the gym blasting each other. All of the magical students are like drawing up arcane circles just around each other and like combating, undrawing and redrawing the circles. All of like the sharpshooter related students are just like quick drawing with each other, like they're playing rock, paper, scissors, just like pulling out their guns. I think there's like a
students shouldn't have guns. Anyway.
There's like a cowboy, and I think there's also like a Revolutionary War guy, and then another guy who just takes out his finger guns.
I like him best.
And they're all just like pulling out their guns like rhythmically at each other. It is
like
nervous.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Just like Yu Yu Hakusho, Julia. Thank you for seeing me with the spirit guns.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Pride.
And eventually, Coach Bonemin says, "All right," and then like just with bones smacking each other. It's like, "All right, line up."
Okay.
And everyone like runs to the line.
Connor gets in the last.
Connor.
Don't look at me, buddy. Connor.
I am. But we said Connor, not Brandon.
I suppose, as your coach for the last 4 years, it's up to me to give you encouraging words as we go into the midterms. I see you.
How?
Brandon's going to be haunted by a bone spider later tonight.
That was another sophomore in the line down the hall.
I see you. I observe you. I've studied your powers for years. I've seen you grow. I've seen you struggle. You cannot do better. You cannot do worse. You will just do as you are. And that will be written down, but there's very little you can do about it except train and do your best.
Hell yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
Let's do it.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
Okay. We'll get set up for sparring. Run at 90% speed, as if we're doing it like you would do it next week.
Is midterms next week? It's not
Nope,
right now.
next week is the midterm.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 90% speed, okay? Let's see what you can do.
But I sweat through my best shirt already.
Time is fake. I think the wizard is fucking with us.
Classic wizard.
The time wizard.
The time wizard.
Time Wizard.
Oh, God. What a good card.
Time is a wine dark sea.
Yeah. Everyone kind of has to, because you're doing full prep, everyone has to sit on the bleachers while each student individually goes. And
It's
each
so stressful.
Yeah, it is. Each of you are pushed to your limits as Dr. Bonemin has set up individual challenges to push every single one of you to reach the outer bounds of what your powers can do.
Eric, if this is the final form of Dr. Bertha Bones, you have to tell us.
Well, the thing about Dr. Bonemin, unlike Dr. Bertha Bones, who is interested in collecting other people's bones, is that she can turn her bones into whatever they want.
I didn't realize she had her doctorate. I'm very excited for her.
You know, that's on me. I thought that the coach would be a man, and I didn't think that the coach would have a PhD. And that's two kinds of biases I'm bringing to this table.
Dr. Reverend Coach Bonemin is ready to push all of you to the outer limits of your powers.
Now, which student's power match up with the World War II Gatling gun?
A student steps up and turns their whole body into metal and just
That's awesome.
Cool. It's sick as hell just to watch.
And then turns around and says, "Fuck Nazis!"
Hell yeah, dog.
yeah. Like the strong students, they like hold up Dr. Boneman as a T-Rex skeleton. There are flying students who have to dive in and around of like terrible monstrosities put together in the wrong way, like bones. Like wrong dinosaur skeletons. I think there's like, hand-to-hand combat. It's just like bop, 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 as like bones, the giant bone spider just like whacking them in all directions and blocking all of them. Dr. Reverend Coach Bonemin says, Jamie, we'll be testing your grip strength today, and be like, Coach Bonemin, actually, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you for a second? Coach Bowman says, no, we're training. Yeah, I just really like if we could. Anything you can say in front of me, you can say in front of your senior class who knows you inside and out. Jamie looks around and says, okay. My powers are different now, so just needed to let you know before.
Good job, Jamie. Get it in.
What?
You had sex for the first time, so your powers changed?
Oh, my God.
Woo! Yeah, Jamie!
Wow, Jamie, that's cool as fuck.
Who was it? Was it your mom? Got him.
Connor.
Wasn't Connor.
Jolly Green Giant. And it's just a green bean that's a man.
Yeah, sure, yes, I did. So now I have ice powers now. You can call me Ice Flow. Coach, I know you're not prepared for it, but I just need, if you're going to test it next week, you just kind of got to set up. I don't know, do you have...
because ice powers are like so unique at this school.
Jamie's a sick name, though. Good job.
Thanks. I don't know how I feel about everyone just cheering on me that I did it, but okay. So, Coach, I just want to let you to know I can just like sit down and you can tell me, no, I am prepared for this. Get in the freezer.
What?
Coach Boneman walks to the back of the gym and opens up a garage door. And there's just like a freezer. It's just a freezer in there. Be like, you have to hold your powers in the freezer. We'll figure out what to do when you get to your midterm. Get in.
Just stand in the freezer. Have fun.
Are you serious? Yeah. Get in the freezer. I have to retest all of your abilities. Okay, can you guys remember? Jamie looks back to you. He's like, can you guys remember to let me out when the freezer's done?
Maybe the person you had sex with should let you out so that,
Just let us know who that is so we can know.
So we can tell them.
And also just tell them.
She goes to a different school.
She goes to a different school.
In Canada? That's even a real place.
Yeah, she lives in the Ontario area.
Wow, the Ontario area.
She lives in the Toronto area. Fuck! I'm getting in the freezer!
We literally just said there's another ice guy shooting with the fire guy in the hall. Everyone just looks at that guy and says, they must have fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Jamie. Jamie was shooting the ice. She was the one
okay.
shooting Jamie was the one shooting the ice.
I don't know about that. That's what Jamie would say.
In the comic book, it makes sense of continuity, not just me making it up on the fly as we do
We're not doubting it.
In
it's
the
fine.
in the comic book, it totally makes sense.
We saw Jamie outside. It's all good.
I know. Jamie was wearing a light blue shirt.
Because ice powers.
We're like, okay. Jamie climbs into the refrigerator and shuts the door. And Coach Bonemin says, okay, we still have time. We still have to do this. Let's everyone keep stepping up. For each of you, tell me how Coach Bonemin pushes your powers to the limit.
I think for Kraft, it's a little frustrating because there is that expectation now that she was on the highlight reel to do more wind-related things. And Kraft is like, fuck. It was just because Connor was in trouble. I haven't really gotten the whole, wind situation down yet.
Coach Bonemin is setting up a giant, is cranking up a giant fan in the back and says, Kraft, now that you're displaying more weather meteorological related powers, we're going to test that while also maintaining growth on regeneration. So we're testing both today, and you will be tested on both for the midterm.
Well, the regeneration's fine. I just stick it back on and it does its thing. It stitches back together.
I've seen her do it a lot.
I did my head. Did you see that?
It was
on
awesome.
The highlight reel? Coach, did you see that on the highlight reel?
Coach Bonemin has shifted into the skeleton of a giant ox, maybe one from prehistoric times, and then charges you and says, "Power of the sun!"
What?
Use the power
What
of the
does that
sun!
mean? I don't know what that means.
Now, blizzard!
What?
Now, wind!
I'll try that one.
Just like this ox is just is brushing by you you're like a bullfighter.
Ah, fuck.
And please, hey, why don't you really quickly just give me roll plus freak for me as I push your powers to the limit.
I thought you were going to have
6.
Kraft drawn and quartered.
That's that's what they did junior year.
Rolled a 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
I marked potential.
Oh,
I think
no.
you are over, because this giant ox skeleton, and Coach Bowman is shouting out different meteorological patterns for you to throw out there. You just kind of are avoiding and taking the blows like someone who is in the running of the bulls and shouldn't be there.
Yeah, arm falls off, throws it back on.
So a 0 for meteorological powers today.
Well, you just yelled power of the sun at me, and I didn't realize that's what you wanted. I thought you were using the power of the sun, which is kind of cool, I guess.
The sun's not even weather. It's just a sun.
The ox skeleton looks at Brandon and then turns back away. All right, next. Kraft, Coach Boneman's face is inscrutable. Because she has no face. So we move on.
Okay.
Connor steps up, trips over his Jinko jeans a little bit, but gets onto the floor. And
is this what you'll be wearing for the midterm?
Is this what you'll be wearing for the midterm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Fair enough.
And I don't know exactly what Dr. Reverend Boneman, Coach Boneman, DDS, Esquire, does exactly, but every time that she does something, Connor's just like, no, I don't want to. No. And just power negates her the entire time.
I like that. Okay, if you're going to power negate the whole time, let's still give me plus freak.
Cool.
Come on. I have a +3 to freak, so let's get a 15 here.
What happens when you power negate someone who's just made out of skeletons? Do they fall apart?
Yes.
Oh.
15.
What'd you roll?
A 3.
Oh, so good. We're really crushing it.
+3
guys.
for a 6.
I love that's so good. I think the thing that she's testing, that Coach Boneman is testing, is your senses. So Coach Boneman hands you a blindfold, and you have to hear Coach Bonemin coming. So everyone else on the bleachers, like, is seeing Coach Bonemin like turn. There is such a lack of conservation of mass from Coach Bonemin, which is the scariest part. So it's like Coach Bonemin turns into like a little rat skeleton, and then like walks around a bunch of gym equipment and sneaks around. And I kind of like you saying, no, stop, go away, but you're blindfolded. So you're just like pointing it in the wrong direction, and like team cast like turns off.
Yeah, the wrong direction.
And then Coach Bonemin turns into a saber-toothed tiger and just drives two saber-toothed teeth into your back.
Ow, man. What the fuck? Come on.
You'll be more prepared next week.
You'll be better prepared next week.
That was a question.
It didn't sound like it. It didn't have an up inflection at the end of the sentence.
All right. Next.
All right.
Connor, even as you trudge away.
Bleeding with his internal organs falling out of his back.
Oh, you're repairing. You're fine. I know you're fine.
I don't have regeneration.
You're fine. You look back in Coach Bowman's expression.
It's Grugle.
Because she has no face.
Yeah, because she has no face. Yeah.
All right. Roland, let's step up. What are we testing for the midterm?
My fine motor skills with my powers.
Okay, we'll have that set up for you.
Because like when you think about it and learn about it and stuff, every molecule like has its own center of gravity, and we talk about like the big ones, but not always the small ones. And also, I'm very small. Everyone thinks it's the big stuff, but sometimes it is the small stuff, you know?
Coach Bowman is back into her regular human skeleton form and is walking over to a contraption that says, all right, Rowan, go over there. And there's like a 10 by 10 grid of like spikes that come out of the ground.
Okay.
Like in a real traditional like temple trap that like there's a series of buttons that she can hit to make those spikes come up. You walk over to the grid, and as she gets ready to set up the ancient buttons, all of the bones just fall apart.
Oh, no.
Oh, I can help you with that. And Rowan uses her powers to float the bones into vaguely the right order. So hopefully they can snap back together.
One's an arm and one's a leg, though. They got those reversed.
She does not know all the bones of the body and where they go, but she's trying her best.
The first thing I thought is that the pelvis is the shoulders, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I can do it. It's fine. Please don't start until the trial begins. We're 90% speed, Rowan, please. She takes another step, and then, like, almost rhythmically, like, from her feet up, just like all of the bones start to fall apart and tumble down onto the ground.
Now, do you think this is her trying to make us look like more powerful than she thinks we are, but less powerful than we know we are? Or are you doing something I can't feel?
On the ground, Coach Boneman's skull says, Rowan, please keep your powers under control until the trial begins, or I won't be able to test your abilities.
I'm not doing anything. I promise. You want me to go in the freezer?
If you're not doing anything, then stop doing something.
Rowan sort of freezes, and in her head goes, Is this you? Well, I want people to see the work that I'm doing, not see the work that I'm doing. So no, it is not me. You want to see what I can do? And I think Rowan, just in an effort to like channel her powers away from anything she might be doing accidentally, backs up a few steps. Eric, in this gym, is there like one of those ropes that hangs with like a symbol at the top for kids to climb up the silly rope challenge?
It's a high school. Of course there is.
Rowan points at that rope and tries to move it around so fast it makes a whirlwind.
All right, yeah. Let's unleash your powers. Plus free, please.
All right, that's a 6 + 1 for a 7.
Hey, that's a hit.
Woo!
You do it.
Nice.
On a 7 and 9, though, you can either mark a condition or I'll tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Definitely unstable or temporary, please.
So what are you trying to do with the whirlwind?
I'm trying to focus my powers very intensely on an object everybody can see so that they're showing them that like I'm doing this very obvious visible thing and not impacting the teacher in any way. So I'd love to like make a whirlwind that is so intense that the rope is kind of like making that rope whistling sound and like snapping around and maybe like making people's, you know, hair and clothes and papers fly all over the place.
Well, I can tell you how it's unstable because I think you're whipping a gym rope around so much that it just snaps and goes flying into the crowd of students.
Sorry.
Wow. A frog eats it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Does he have an extended belly now?
Yeah, now he's super long.
Oh.
He's super tall now.
Yeah, he's super stretched out.
That's gonna be a tough poop frog.
I'll send photos.
Please don't.
Yeah, kind of into that.
What?
It's kind of interesting. How often you see a frog poop a 80-foot? Anyway, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I promise.
Rowan, next week for the midterm analysis, I expect you to keep your powers in check until it begins, or I cannot test you.
I hope their scales are ready for us. Yes, Coach. Can I go?
That was the last one. You can go. Coach Bonemin has not been put back together, so it's just the skull chattering on the floor.
Kraft's gonna go let Jamie out of the closet /
Out of the closet?
freezer.
Actually, that's a good.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead in there.
Oh, no.
This is a Knives Out mystery.
Oh, sweet.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Kind of fun.
I just short-circuited trying to think about how to do a Daniel Craig impression when my head is in Voidy Lynn mode, and I was like, I think it's just the same.
They're pretty similar.
No, I think you got it. Kraft, you open the fridge and you are blasted with an icy wind.
What the fuck, Jamie? I was just letting you out.
I
like
can't.
your ass.
It's new. It's his teeth chattering. It's a new power. I'm getting used to it.
You need to raise your internal temp.
Yeah, you look pretty frozen.
We're just gonna walk it off. Jamie was just wearing like a t-shirt, like a blue t-shirt and jeans, and is now like looks like one of those mummies that got mummified. One of those Cro-Magnon that got mummified by like falling into a lake.
So what's up, Jamie? What's up with the new powers?
I did it.
Okay, like, that's a very funny joke that we were all kind of, haha, it's funny that Jamie had sex and then the powers changed. What's actually going on?
She lives in Guelph. It's in Ontario.
Guelph?
Yeah.
Jamie, just between the two of us, what's going on?
Guelph. I gotta go.
No, I want to know what's going on with you.
Jamie falls backwards onto like a luge of ice and then just like sluices away. You can follow.
Come back here.
You can follow if you want to.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck's going on with Jamie.
Okay.
You can't introduce a character that had something interesting happen to them.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah, Jamie is like sliding away and then creating like an icy luge like through the campus, like avoiding student like
I was just sprinting.
Yeah, out on the lawn, like going around, like it's weaving in between people, like underneath two guys throwing a frisbee to each other.
Kraft catches the frisbee and throws it in the other direction.
Yeah. Well, Jamie's trying to get away from you. What do you want to do?
I want to try to catch Jamie. I want to leap into the air via like a little spark from my shoes, or maybe even little whirlwinds.
Ooh.
I think when properly motivated, Kraft can do a little whirlwind action.
Do a little whirling.
And is gonna like jump onto the ice luge and try to like surfboard fucking Iceman.
I love that. All right, let's provoke someone. I think this works here, right? Like, see, we're trying to do so. You can do whatever you want, but the moves are mechanical. Once again, roll plus superior.
I rolled a 5 + 4 + a 1 for a 10.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
Can't pass my midterm practice, but can catch a person trying to go away from me.
Trying to ice luge away from you. On a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. Remind me, what do you want? I assume you want him to stop and tell you what's up, right?
Yeah, I want to know what's going on with the fucking power shift.
He's like teeth chattering. It's like, I can't stop. We're going towards the big hill.
The big hill.
Yeah, and I think you guys like there's a big hill that that everyone sleds down. They grab lunch trays and then sled down when it's snowing, and you two are going down the big hill.
This is sick as fuck, but come on, Jamie, what the fuck's going on?
I'm trying to stop, and then both of you like tumble head over heels down the big hill.
My head falls off, and once we settle, I put it back on.
From far away, you hear Rowan go, "Yeah, you did it again!"
What's up? Just the two of us now.
You're not going to make fun of me, are you, Kraft?
I'm not going to make fun of you.
All right, keep this.
Look at me. How could I make fun of anyone?
I mean, this might help you. I know, listen, 12 toes down, come on, that's not going to do anything for me in the future, so I swap my powers out.
With?
What do you mean with?
How?
I got a guy. Do you need a guy?
You got a guy?
Yeah, you need a guy?
Jamie, you got to give me that connect.
Well, you're going to swipe your powers out? I mean,
maybe.
Arms detaching, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Are you have so many powers, you know, they can hold one of your part of your powers for you so you can focus on it. That might work too.
That could be cool.
I got a guy. You can meet him at you know, he hangs out at the old Funbratory Park.
Huh?
What?
Well, everyone knows about the Funbratory. You don't know about the Funbratory?
No, what the fuck is that?
You know, Jupiter used to have its own theme park, the Funbratory.
Is it like a fun laboratory? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you got it. But it's the Funbratory.
I see why it closed down.
Well, it closed down because you know, all those kids died.
Because of the murders.
Well, they were. I mean,
Well,
can a roller coaster murder someone?
I mean, if someone uses it as a tool for murder, yeah.
Well, that was disproven. Here's the thing. The police finally took down the barriers around the Funbratory.
Oh, shit.
So that's where he hangs out.
Cool. What's his name?
You'll see him.
I mean,
He's the guy swapping powers.
I assume there's going to be a lot of really cool people hanging around the abandoned amusement park. So I just want to know which guy I'm looking for.
I mean, you'll see him. Everyone's hanging out at the Funbratory. They're letting off steam.
know.
They're letting off steam because of midterms.
So I want to know who the guy is if I'm going to be approaching
You'll see
people
it.
being like,
You'll see him.
let's
He
do
has
an illegal
like
transaction.
he has like a big jacket. That's how you do. That's how he does it. He does it with his big jacket.
I'm sure he's the only person at the abandoned theme park wearing a big jacket.
Kraft goes, no other questions then.
Wait, Kraft.
What?
I mean, are you going to tell me one of your connects?
Do you want my weed guy?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'll just sell you weed.
No, but I have to go through another person. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I just can. I buy mine from the dispensary. I'll just sell you weed.
Fine. I thought it would be cooler. I thought you had like, I don't know, like minion number 4 isn't getting paid enough from
I
like
don't
Big
have
Bad
minions.
and like has to sell weed on the side.
Banana.
No.
Did you say banana? Fuck you.
You did say
Fuck
banana.
you.
Add to the soundboard. Brandon, clip it.
You said minion number 4.
They're minions.
Yeah, if there's more than one of them, that's a banana minion.
Fuck you.
Okay, so do you want some weed?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Kraft hands over like a little baggie.
Hell yeah, dude. I did have sex, but like, it did give me new powers. Why did I tell you that? Fuck.
Hey, real quick, are the ice powers the only powers you got?
Yeah. I want it
Yeah.
straightforward. I'll get used to it. You get used to me. Like gets, you know, I'm like starting at like kindergarten mode.
Did you see anyone else using this guy as a connect?
No, he's a secret
I
power
know,
swapping connect. And you don't like do it together.
I know, but like maybe as you were approaching, he was finishing up
You
with
keep your head down, man. Come on, why am I telling this to you?
Because I want to know.
You're the one wearing a drug rug that's just 3 different shades of black right now.
What?
Oh no, he's colorblind.
Are you colorblind?
Oh, you're sorry. I thought you were wearing a different.
Oh no, Jamie can only see in black and white.
After you have sex, you become colorblind. Everyone knows
He's
it.
grayscale.
Oh,
Was that what you sacrificed in order to get your powers? I can't see color anymore. That
you're
sucks,
the
man.
one who looks like an absolute wastoid. How am I explaining this to you?
What does he take for payment?
I didn't
What'd
ask
you
about
give
it. I
him?
didn't ask about a payment plan, Kraft.
So you just like let him change your powers for free?
I gave him cash.
Oh, okay. Well, that was what I was fucking asking, Jamie.
Cash? Oh my god! What the
Okay.
fuck? Why am I explaining this to you? I thought you would know. I thought
maybe-
you would be like, oh yeah, I've definitely like. You're the one who has all the guys. Why am I explaining this to you?
What guys are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you would know guys. You like got a guy for all your shit. And like, you know all those fucking bad guys. I don't know why why am I explaining this to you?
Okay, bye, Jamie. I'm gonna tell everyone you had sex.
No, don't tell. Okay, no, that's fine. I do want people to know. She lives in Guelph. Guelf. PH. Shit. I gotta look it up.
It's literally nothing.
Guelph.
Okay. And then Kraft leaves.
She was on the gymnastics team.
Deuces.
We cut to the courtyard where the smokers tend to hang out at our high school, but Rowan is pretending like she just needs some air and that Connor needs to go with her.
So you go hang out by the smokers?
Yes.
Right.
So Rowan goes outside and is like, Connor, I'm afraid that someone's going to try to talk to me. Can you just like play defense while I just like take a minute?
Yeah. But I'm going to smoke though. Is that okay?
Oh, I mean, if that's the thing you do now, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I smoke cigarettes now because it's like cool and like, you know, matches my clothes and stuff. So
Are they clove cigarettes?
they're candy cigarettes that I light on fire.
Oh, that's fine
Sick
then.
as fuck.
That's fine then. And yeah, Rowan kind of like kicks the dirt, toes a rock, kicks a weed and says sorry. And then is like, I can't, Connor, I can't hold it in anymore. I know you weren't willing to say it in front of Kraft, but like, are you guys okay? Did she do something? Did I do something? Because like, if I did anything to make you upset, I really want to like make it right. And yeah. Are you okay?
Why do you make fun of Glimmer? Glimmer sucks, man.
Honestly, do you want my honest answer?
I want your unhonest answer and then your honest answer.
Unhonest answer, I was blinded by her shimmery tits.
Fair enough. Happens to the best of us.
Real.
Honest answer, I realized I made a judgment about her without knowing about her as a person, and it made me feel like a bad person. And like I really owed her an apology, and like people assume things about me without knowing me, and that sucks when it happens to me. And so I wanted not to do it to someone else, and then when I realized I kind of panicked, and maybe like I went in the wrong direction too much, you know. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's an important skill in life to like meet people and then be like, "What's your deal?" without hitting them immediately, and that's kind of what I did.
I guess I can understand that being me and all, but like, she was really mean to me at the party when you guys were gone. And
What?
then she like tried to like talk shit about y'all and like tried to
Whoa.
like scope me from your team.
Right.
And like I didn't think that was cool. And like,
Oh shit, so it hurt your feelings when I wanted to be friends with her.
yeah, I think she's lying. I think she's making up a facade because she wants to be in with the cool gals.
Does that mean we're cool? Oh, it's because you smoke cigarettes now.
Yeah. Do you want one?
Yeah.
Okay. Connor,
And Rowan
like-
eats it. It's a candy cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. Well, shit, Connor. I'm really sorry. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
Rowan gives him a big warm hug and also warms his molecules up by decreasing the hold of gravity on them very, very slightly so they go slightly further apart.
Kraft comes running up and says, Jamie did have sex.
What?
Nice.
But also there's another part to it.
Hey guys. Wraith comes up behind you. Wraith comes up behind
What's
you.
up, Wraith?
Wraith. What's up?
I don't smoke. I just like being around creeping death.
Do you want some candy?
No. Hey, everyone's blowing off steam before the midterm. Do you know the Funbratory Park's open?
Yeah, I want to go so bad.
Oh, hell yeah, we're going tonight.
Fuck yeah.
I heard that place was like radioactive. No?
I think that's just what they said. Also, I think we're fine. What's the worst that could happen?
We gain superpowers, am I right?
And then we freeze frame as we high five in the air.
And cut till we come out of the same high five as we're all in front of the gates of the Funbratorium.
It is 1 a.m. and everyone, the entire senior, almost all of the senior class of Water's Edge Academy is at the abandoned park of the Funbratory. I need everyone to tell me one ride at the Funbratory and what happened to it while it was abandoned.
There's the Tilt-A-Beakers, which are like a tilt-a-whirl kind of teacups
Cute.
sort of ride. everything is shattered. So it's just kind of seats.
It's just seats with broken glass everywhere. It rips.
Pretty good.
There is a burlap bag slide. My favorite ride when I was a child. This is true. Which is titled The Scientific Method, and it takes you through the stages as you go down the slide from hypothesis to conclusion. However, people did lube it up real good and get way too much air. So you can see like 200 feet off the end of that slide, there are a lot of broken tree branches as people sailed over the fence and into the forest.
And then there is the Tunnel of Love potions.
Not Tunnel of Love.
No, Tunnel of Love potion, where when it was active, you could...
Sorry, the meaning of the phrase Tunnel of Love has just struck me anew for the first time.
What?
Moving on.
And when it was active, when it was functioning, you could scoop your hand down and take some of that love potion and like fall in love with your beau,
your best gal,
your ride partner.
Your ride partner. Well, that's dirty, Julia. Okay.
Well, I mean, like if you're going through the tunnel of love with someone.
But now it's turned curdled, so now it just looks like curdled milk, and it tastes sour. And if you drink it, you gain an extra limb.
Yeah, people still hook up in there, but it's gross.
Yeah.
And of course, the crowning achievement, the seismographer, is the big roller coaster, the one that killed all those kids.
Which we've determined through the criminal justice system that it was not a murder weapon.
We cut to the court scene where the roller coaster is in the witness box.
Yeah, they said they had to be quarantined for 20 years, and that quarantine just ended, and that's why the police took the barriers down.
Yeah.
All of the kids are just fucking doing what teenagers do.
They're all fucking?
What, Brandon? Come on!
That's what you said.
Teenagers do.
That's what you said.
They're doing what teenagers do. Both
in
true.
the tunnel of love potions. I already said it with the kernel potion. They're like sitting where they're not supposed to. They're hanging down on stuff. They're finding places to drink. Someone has pulled out Boone's Farm and the worst vodka you've ever seen. It's from a country that doesn't exist in our world, only in the world of the podcast.
Wow.
And everyone is just hanging out.
My brain immediately went, the Republic of Prince Edward Island. Yes.
Mine said Valdovia.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, Valdovian vodka, notoriously terrible.
Yeah.
It comes in a rubber bottle.
A rubber bottle? Not a plastic one?
No, it's rubber.
Whoa.
So it can bounce.
Yeah, so it bounces when you drop it.
Why?
Why not?
Because it's even cheaper It's even cheaper. They make it out of old tires. The vodka, not the bottle.
Right. Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't taste like rubber either.
No, it definitely doesn't.
You can make vodka from tires. You actually can.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's terrible.
You make vodka from almost anything.
That's what they do in Valdovia.
So Kraft, what do you want to do here? Do you want to try to like find this person and like tell them that like you think you want to switch your powers so we can find them and like figure out more and like apprehend them and like pass on midterms?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Rowan. I think someone was trying to fuck with you earlier today that might have used this guy to get powers similar to yours.
Whoa, it wasn't me. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, and it wasn't the weird staticky lady that lives in your head either.
Yeah, and I haven't had sex with anybody, so my powers haven't changed either.
Yeah.
Connor looks at the ground and kicks a rock.
Someone has their like wireless JBL speaker that they've been playing.
Connor kills that person.
Hey,
Connor snaps his neck.
What's wrong with this?
Dude, no, people like
JBL
the cool
speaker?
tunes. It's agreeable cool tunes.
Okay.
The music shorts out suddenly, and you hear the chime of a triangle. Once, twice, 3 times.
For the 3 sides of a triangle, fuck. Oh no.
And standing under kind of like the archway to the Funbratorium, the lights on the archway turn on, and some of them are like blinking, some of them are cracked. Standing under them is a adult woman with all white hair, wearing a long black duster coat, and attached to that duster coat has so many different fucking baubles on it. She says, "Hey kids, you're all here to catch a ghost?"